Hello students, welcome to Toppers Tool channel. In this session, we will discuss solving non-homogeneous linear differential equations. Means finding general solution of non-homogeneous linear differential equations. So what do you mean by non-homogeneous linear differential equations? So differential equations of the form f of d into y is equal to some function of x. Okay, so if you have right hand side function of x, then such differential equations are called non-homogeneous linear differential equations. General solution of this differential equation will have two parts. General solution is given by its sum of two parts, that is complementary function. It is sum of y is equal to cf, that is complementary function, plus particular integral pi. So complementary function plus particular integral. So yc can be written as a, that is complementary function can be written as yc, and particular integral can be written as yp. So as you know how to find complementary function, now we will discuss particular integral. So if you have function of x on the right hand side, so you need to find this yp. So finding yp depends on the nature of the phi of x. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. So type 1, finding yp. Okay, so type 1, if your right hand side function is, that's phi of x is in the form k e power ax or ax plus b, whatever may be. So if it is exponential function, right hand side function is exponential function e power ax or e power ax plus b. So in such case, so yp has to be written, particular integral can be written as yp is equal to 1 by f of d, that is e power ax by f of d, in which you have to replace d as a, provided f of d or f of a must not be equal to 0. So remember this. On substitution, if the denominator is not 0, then you replace d as a, so you will get yp. Suppose if this becomes 0, on substitution d is equal to a, if the denominator becomes 0, then you have to follow this method. Multiply by x and e power x, you have to differentiate the denominator, that is f dash, you have to write f dash of d, then you have to replace d as a. When you have to do this, if f of a is equal to 0. Now you have to continue like this. Suppose even on differentiation and replacing d as a, if the denominator is again 0, you continue like this. Multiply by x square, e power x, and double derivative f double dash of d, then you have to replace d as a. Okay, this you have to do when f dash of a is 0. So remember this. So again if f double dash of d is also 0 for d is equal to a, then multiply by one more time x and differentiate this. So in this way you have to find yp. So let me explain you with the help of an example. Solve d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equals to 5 e power 7x. Okay, so as usual, first you have to write auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation means you have to equate the coefficient part to 0 by replacing d as m. So m square minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. So factorize this. So one can directly write it's a m minus 2. Factors are m minus 2, m minus 1 equal to 0 because 2 can be split as minus 2 minus 1. Sum is minus 3 and the product is 2. So you can write directly this, and the roots are m is equal to 1 and 2. So you may use your calculator to find the roots. So therefore, here the roots are distinct. So your complementary function yc is c1 e power 1x plus c2 e power 2x. Now we need to find yp. Now your yp is whatever the right hand side function. You have right hand side function is 5 e power 7x. So generally yp can be written as in this form, 5 of x by f of d. Your phi of x is, it is 5 e power 7x divided by f of d is, it's a d square minus 3d plus 3 plus 2. Okay. Now see here, we have this k e power ax form, numerator. So you have to write or replace d is equal to 7. You have to replace this d is equal to whatever e power x, 7x. So d equal to 7 to replace. So if you replace d is equal to 7, so 5 e power 7x divided by, replace d as 7, so 7 square is 49 minus 3 into 7, 21 plus 2. So simplify this, 5 e power 7x divided by 41 minus 21 is 28 plus 2 is 30. So this is your yp. Therefore your general solution. So general solution is given by y equal to yc plus yp. Yes. So whatever your yc you would write, c1 e power 2x, c2 e power 3x plus your yp is 5 e power 7x by 30. So this is how you would write general solution. Let us discuss one more problem. Look at this. Solve d square minus 8d plus 12 into y equal to 3 e power 2x. So auxiliary equation, m square minus 8m plus 12 equal to 0. So factors are m minus x, m minus 2 clearly, because 12 can be broken as minus 6 minus 2. Their sum is minus 8 and the product is plus 12. So this gives you roots are m is equal to 2 and 6. So your yc is, your complementary function is cf c1 e power 2x plus c2 e power 6x. Now your yp can be written as, it's actually phi of x divided by f of d, and you have what is phi x function, right hand side function, it is 3 e power 2x. So it is 3 e power 2x divided by f of d is, it's a d square minus 8d plus 6, and you have to replace d is equal to 2. Okay, e power 2x means you have to replace d as equal to 2. So clearly if you replace d as 2, denominator becomes 0. Okay, it is 4 plus 6 is 10 minus d is equal to 16. So it's not a it's actually 12, not 6, it is 12. Okay, so let me write it. This is actually 12. Yes, so if you replace d is equal to 2, this becomes 0 because 2 is the root. So 2 satisfies this equation, that is equal to 0 equation. So clearly looking at the root, you can check that whether denominator is 0 or not. So 2 equal to m equal to 2 satisfies the auxiliary equation, means d square minus 2 8m plus 12. So denominator becomes definitely 0. So what you need to do is, in such case, you have to multiply it by x and then 3 e power 2x, differentiate it, that is f dash of d, and then you have to replace d is equal to 2. Okay, so when the denominator becomes 0 on replacement, you need to follow this technique. So it is 3 e power 2x, f dash, whatever this f of d, differentiate it. So d square derivative is 2d minus 8d derivation is, that is 8, and plus 2 derivative is 0. It is d equal to. So now check, replace. It is 3 e power 2x, replace d is equal to 2, 2 into 2 is 4, minus 8, clearly non-zero. It is 3x e power 2x by minus 4. So this is your yp. So general solution, therefore general solution is y is equal to yc plus yp. So whatever your yc, you have to write yc is c1 e power 2x, c2 e power 6x, yp is minus 3 by 4, x e power 2x. So let me do one more example. Look at this. Solve or find the general solution. D cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 into y equals to e power minus 2x plus e power minus 3x. Okay, so here are two functions, so we'll need to find separate yp's for these two functions. So first, as usual, auxiliary equation, it's m cube minus 6m square plus 11m minus 6 equal to 0. So here clearly see us add the coefficients. By inspection, if we add the coefficients, 1 minus 6 plus 11 minus 6 is clearly 0. If you add the coefficients, if it is 0, then always 1 is going to be the, because it means that m equal to 1 satisfies this equation. So if the sum of the coefficients is 0, then write m equal to 1 is the root. So remember this. This is one test to find whether 1 is root or not. So there is one more test if minus 1 is root or not. So add the alternate coefficients. Okay. If the coefficient of first, third is equal to sum of the coefficients of fourth, second and fourth and the constant, then minus 1 is going to be the root. Okay. So we'll discuss in the later part. So if m equal to 1 is the root, then by synthetic division, write the coefficients. It's 1 minus 6, 11 minus 6. Yes. Take the root, whatever you got by inspection, 1, and drag this number as it is. 1 into 1, 1. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. Minus 5 into 1 is minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6. 6 into 1 is 6. And clearly on addition you get 0. So now if we add the coefficients, these numbers, again if you get suppose 0, then again take one more time 1. So here addition is not 0. So now we can call reduced equation you need to write. Okay. So you need to write reduced equation. So reduce the degree by 1 and taking these as the coefficients, write new equation. So m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. So clearly factors are minus 3, minus 2, because your 6 can be broken as minus 3, minus 2. Their sum is minus 5 and the product is plus 6. So this gives you m equal to 2, 3. So therefore the roots are already 1 is there. Therefore roots equal to 1, 2, 3. So yc is c1 e power x plus c2 e power 2x plus c3 e power 3x. Now yp. So yp is generally, it's a phi of x by f of d, and phi of x is, it is sum of two functions, that is e power minus 2x plus e power minus 3x by f of d by f of d. Okay. So what you need to write? You need to replace in the first term, you need to replace d is equal to minus 2, and in the second one you need to replace d equal to minus 3. Yes. So it is e power minus 2x. So replacing d as minus 2. So whatever your expression, it's a minus d cube is there. So if you replace d as minus 2, it's a minus 2 cube minus 6 into minus 2 plus 11 into minus 2 plus that's minus 6 plus in the second term you replace d equal to minus 3. So it's e power minus 3x divided by, yes, it is minus 3 cube minus 6 into minus 3 plus 11 into minus 2 minus 6. Simplify this. It's a e power minus 2x divided by minus 2 cube is minus 8. It's a plus 12 minus 22 minus 6 plus e power minus 3x divided by minus 27. It's a minus plus 18 minus 22 minus 6. So this is equals to e power minus 2x divided by, add this. So it is 12 minus of, add this, it's a minus 22 minus 8 is minus 30 minus 6 is minus 36 plus e power minus 3x divided by, it's a 18 minus of, add this, minus 22 minus 27 is minus 49 minus 6 is minus 40, that's 55. So this gives you e power minus 2x divided by 12 minus 36 is minus 24 plus e power minus 3x divided by 55 minus 18. So calculate this, it is minus 37. So this is your yp. So therefore general solution is, y is equal to yc plus yp. Okay, substitute yc and yp. So this is how you can find general solution if the right hand side function is in the form of exponential e power ax form. So practice these problems. So let me solve one more example. Solve suppose you have like this, d square y by dx square plus 4 dy by dx plus 5 y equals to minus 2 cos hyperbolic x. Okay, so suppose if you have hyperbolic functions, so most of the students don't know hyperbolic function because in the PU syllabus this hyperbolic function is not stated anywhere. So remember this first. So sine hyperbolic ax is written as in the form of exponential e power ax minus e power minus ax by 2. This is for sine hyperbolic ax and for cos hyperbolic ax. So these are the two special functions. It's a e power ax plus e power minus ax by 2. So do remember these two hyperbolic functions. If it is tan hyperbolic ax, so sine divided by cos as usual, you're right. Yes. So first, given you have to write, given can be written as taking d by dx as d. So d square plus 4d plus 5 and the y is kept outside, y is common. it's a minus 2 into cos hyperbolic x can be written as e power x plus e power minus x by 2. Remember this. Okay, cos hyperbolic ax is e power x plus e power minus ax by 2, and we have cos hyperbolic x, so a is 1 here, this, so 2 to cancels, and you will left with this, it's minus of e power x plus e power minus x. Now as usual, write auxiliary equation, it's m square plus 4m plus 5 equal to 0. So clearly 4 into 1 is, that's a, you need to, it's non-factorizable. Okay, so we solve it by this formula, m equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Otherwise you have a calculator, solve it. Here a is 1, b is minus 4, that's 4, so it becomes minus 4 plus or minus 4 square is 16, minus 4 into 5 into 1, that's 20 will get, 4 5s are 20, divided by 2 into a is, that's 2 into 1 is 2. It's a minus 4 plus or minus 16 minus 20 is minus 4 divided by 2. This gives you minus 4 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2 and square root of minus 1 is I by 2. So you'll get minus 2 plus or minus I. So roots are complex here. So complementary function yc is e power minus 2x into c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Here coefficients of I is 1. So it is c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Now yp. Yp is given by, as usual, phi of x by f of d. Your phi of x is, it's e power x plus e power minus x by f of d. So it is separate, your right, e power x by f of d. So for which you have to replace d as a is 1 here, coefficient of x, plus e power minus x by f of d, and for which you have to replace d is equal to minus 1. Okay, so because in the second term coefficient of x is minus 1. Now check, it's a e power x divided by, we have d square, d square means 1 square plus 4 into d, that is 4 plus 5 plus e power minus x by d as minus 1, so minus 1 square, 4 into minus 1 is minus 4 plus 5. This is minus e power x by, it's a 10 plus e power minus x by, so minus 1 square is 1, 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 minus 4 is 2. So this is your yp, that's particular integral. Therefore general solution is y is equal to yc plus yp. So substitute yc and yp, don't leave as it is. So let me take another example for your homework. Okay, solve d square minus 7d plus 12 into y equals to sine hyperbolic 2x. Okay, so I have given sine hyperbolic ts 2x. So remember that sine hyperbolic ts 2x, you need to write e power 2x minus e power minus 2x by, okay, so this is your phi of x function. So with this you have to find general solution. So I hope you understood type number 1, and the right hand side function is e power ax. So I hope you understood. So if you like, don't forget to subscribe and hit like button. So keep watching and keep studying. All the best.